the Warriors. Unfortunately, Nurkic out for the Blaze. Durant just getting back, put up 29 the other day on a great shooting performance for the Warriors. Iguodala playing great down the stretch. Draymond Green playing great down the stretch. He's my defensive player of the year. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson both playing well as well. And JaVale McGee actually stepping up. I think he's been doing fantastic. Now a starter. Minus 14.5. That's the spread. Golden State's favored, obviously, at home. Money line, we're looking at a minus 2,000, a plus 1175 for Portland. Golden State will unquestionably win the game, but I'm not going to put a minus 2,000 up, so I have to find somebody to parlay this with. I'm going to parlay it with my Cavs. My Cavs at home with my Golden State Warriors, and so it's going to skew my Cavs, but I'll get somewhere in the middle there, and if both of those win, obviously we get our payout. I'm pretty damn sure both of them are going to win. So, but the main thing is it's going to eliminate the majority of the risk of that minus 2,000 for the Warriors. It's just not enough payday, just not enough payday for your buck there. Otherwise, it looks like it's probably going to be a 5-game series in my opinion. I think the Blazers win one of them in Portland, maybe the third game. Vonleh is playing really good as a center, but that Nurkic injury really killed them. They were the hottest. Well, I guess the Warriors still won 14 straight during that period, but they would have really had a chance with a more dominant big man against what is maybe not the strong a guard heavy lineup or a small guy heavy lineup essentially in Golden State. All right, 2 more games. 4:30 p.m. Chicago Bulls at the Boston Celtics. Celtics, another one of those teams that have a great home record. They are the number 1 seed, 2 games ahead of Cleveland and Toronto. 53 wins this year. Fantastic. Better than expected for sure. One of the better defensive teams. Crowder, Bradley, Horford. Isaiah Thomas not good defensively, so it'll be interesting to see. Unfortunately, he's not going to have to play a scorer. You're going to see basically like a Jimmy Butler Crowder type of a matchup, and then see how they can hold up. I like the Celtics quite a bit. They're a 7.5-point favorite, and the money line is looking like a minus 350 plus 290 for the Bulls. The Bulls have played pretty well lately. Jimmy Butler has played very well lately. He's obviously defensively very good, and offensively he's extremely good. The Celtics just continue to win games. I like the Celtics to win this game 1. I like them to win the series as well. The Bulls don't suck though, so it's. I expect it to maybe go 6, probably 6 games. Maybe Boston wins it in Chicago. I expect the Bulls to win a couple of games. So there's that. I don't love the minus 350. I wish it was closer to maybe like a 275 or something like that. And if any upsets happen on Saturday, that's probably likely that everything's going to get a little bit closer. Maybe with the exception of the Golden State game. But go ahead and take Boston, minus 350. It's really not a massive spread anyway. I just, not really sure what we're going to get, what type of Jimmy Butler's going to come. We might see this fucking demon Jimmy Butler come out there for game 1. And the last game of the weekend, 7 p.m. Sunday night, we have probably everybody's favorite matchup, I would imagine. You're either a Jazz Clippers guy or you're going to be an Oklahoma City Houston guy. I think we all know who we're talking about here. We got Russ, we got James Harden. Everybody back for the most part on both sides. I do believe everybody's virtually healthy. One of the best 3-point shooting teams of all time. I think they're actually they're the best 3-point shooting team of all time versus this just fucking vicious lineup led by, the most explosive athletic player that we've probably seen in 20 years. I don't know, in a long time. He's unlike anything that we've ever seen, really. This could go either way. Russ is an X factor here. If Russ wants to be 50-point murderer Russ, he could possibly take over any game. Houston, not the best team defensively. They'll obviously have Patrick Beverly, who is, I think he'd probably be like a second team All NBA defensively, defense. Patrick Beverly on Russell Westbrook, and that could negate a little bit of his scoring ability. Still, though, I mean, we're talking about, arguably the best player on the planet, who seems to just do what he wants night in, night out anyway. Harden's my pick for MVP. I think that Harden this year had the best season in the league, even better than fucking Russell Westbrook's, I believe. Let's take a look at the spread. -7 for the Rockets at home, game one. Money line is looking at -325. Man, I think that it's... Let's see, what else can we compare this to? Oklahoma City at Houston. The fact that this is a 325 and the Wizards at home are a 210, that's crazy to me. Like, the Hawks are not nearly as dangerous as Oklahoma City is. They've been playing well the last few games, and they have the person who's probably going to win the MVP, of the year. They're doing shit that we've never seen anybody do. Well, he is specifically, and they're good defensively as well. They have big men scoring off the bench. They're very good defensively. Not a ton of scoring other than Russ, but they can get it. They're going to need people to step up. Oladipo is probably going to have to average 20 a game or near 20 a game for them to win. Cantor off the bench is going to have to average 15 a game. He's going to have to be up there 15 to 20 a game. If they do that, they can win the series. I'm going to stay away from game one. I want to see how it plays out. I think the Rockets win the series, but I'm going to stay away from game one. All right, so that's the end of the games. The game ones, at least. Let's do a recap here of what we're going to take. Let's go ahead and take the Cavaliers -425. Parlay that with the Golden State Warriors -2,000. We'll get $1 there. Let's take Toronto -310. Let's take the Wizards -210. And the Celtics -350. Hopefully we only lose one of these if we lose any, and we'll come out on top this weekend. Before we end the show, though, I'm going to do a futures, an NBA futures type situation. I've been doing this. I actually bet a few bucks on a few of these teams to win the NBA championship. It's pretty interesting here. So let's look at this. So the odds to win the NBA championship range from a currently -200 for the Golden State Warriors. The next team, +350 for the Cavs, +800 for San Antonio. What do we got here? 1,800 for Boston. 3,300 for the Clippers. 2,000 for the Rockets. 3,300 for the Raptors. Wizards, 4,000 here. So basically what I did, I actually got the Raptors. I spent $10 on the Raptors yesterday at +4,000. So $10 to win 400 on that one. And then there's a couple other. Basically, my intention here is to play the odds against each other. Take Golden. So I actually got what did I spend yesterday? I spent $30 on Golden State at -150. So the odds have actually spread out since then. But if you look at the statistics, if you look at the mathematics here, this could possibly work out, assuming things that you think you know. So, the Raptors, I think that if anybody could upset the Cavs in the East, it's probably going to be the Raptors. And at 40-1 odds, I went ahead and put $10 on them. So there's 10 to win 400 there. I think in the West, I had the Rockets at 20-1 odds, put $10 to win 200 there. I think if anybody could upset Golden State, it's probably going to be them. And then the Clippers at 33, put $10 on the Clippers to win 330. Again, I think that's a possible upset team as well as they're playing right now. In order to make this work out, I have to lay off of the teams that don't have high money line spread. So I can't take the Cavs or I can't take the Spurs, but I don't think either of those teams are going to beat Golden State this year. I really don't. because their spreads aren't high enough. But so basically, if I spend let's say I spend $75 to win, or we'll say now that it's minus 200, you spend 100 to win 50 for the Warriors, and then you spend 10 on each Toronto, LA, and Houston to win out. And then in that scenario, if the Warriors win, you still win $20. You get a 20% return on your investment. And then, of course, if Toronto wins, you win, $270 or something like that after paying all of your other losses, or $280 after paying all your losses. Any of these other teams, you get the idea there. But you can kind of parlay a grouping essentially together against a favorite that you like. And that's what I went ahead and did. I took basically the teams I just mentioned. I would suggest you do the same. There's some massive odds here. The Atlanta Hawks, the Milwaukee Bucks, and the Chicago Bulls are all plus 20,000. So you bet $100, you win 20,000, or you bet $1, you win $200. Pretty little, risk involved in any of those situations. The Bulls could possibly do it. Maybe the Bucks. I think the Bulls probably have the highest upside there. But there's other good ones, Oklahoma City is a plus 8,000. You bet $1, you win $80. And they could just go on some ferocious run. They, really could. Who else is here? Jazz plus 6,600. That's great. That's a great line there too. But anyway, just something to look at there. And then you can obviously do the same thing with the odds to win the West or odds to win the East. Pretty big spreads there as well. Minus 325 there for the Warriors to win the West. Rockets are a plus 1,100. You know what I mean? If it's like the same thing. If I think that they have a chance to win the title, dude, I mean, that's plus 1,100 just to win the East isn't bad. Plus 1,800 for the West, just plus 1,800 for the Clips. That's not bad. Plus 3,300 for the Jazz. Good team. But yeah, at 27 minutes, I guess this is going to be the end of the daily wager that you didn't know you were having. Number like 26 or something like that for April, I think 14th. We are looking at 2017. We're going to shut down the show for now. Probably going to be coming back with an NBA Weekly here in a little bit. Not 100% positive, but it's looking like that's going to be a pretty strong possibility. Until then, everybody get out, put your picks in, enjoy the day. I love you.